Hello and welcome to Kit's Photography for this time. This week I'll be taking some photographs of Mars. Hello and welcome to Kit's Photography. I'm Kit from Bremac Photography here in sunny South Australia. Welcome to my channel. Hello and welcome to the show. This time I'll be photographing Mars. Now Mars obviously is the closest planet to the Earth, and at the moment it's closer than it has been in a really long time. In thousands of years in fact, so you can see it readily in the sky and even through clouds sometimes. But what I'm doing is in an urban setting, I'm taking my camera out with a 1000mm lens. So I've got a 500mm with a doubler in it. And I'm going to try and photograph Mars. Now, the photographs I do get, they're not perfect. They look like sort of a NASA photograph of a galaxy that's very far away indeed. So it's only a few pixels essentially. But what you can see is the atmosphere, and you can definitely see the colour of Mars, which is really exciting. Obviously with a telescope, you could really see it a lot better, but 1000mm is the best I could do. Now before you start, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this week's episode. So I'm outside again at the moment. It's a pretty cool evening, actually on the day of the American election. It's actually the evening over there, but it's the following day here. Now what I'm actually doing is I'm photographing something which I haven't done before, which is Mars. So the planet Mars obviously is the closest planet to us, and the thing that's really amazing about it is at the moment it's closer than it has been for like 100,000 years or something ridiculous like that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to capture it with my D850, and I'll show you how to do it. So what you're going to want to do here is set your camera to manual, fully manual, to RAW as well. You really don't want your camera to be doing too much work here. And now I'm going to set my shutter speed at 1,000th of a second. I'm going to put my lens at 1000mm to zoom in as far as possible. The closer you can get in, the better, obviously. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put the aperture as wide as possible, which at the moment is going to be f11. So it's not hugely wide, but it's the best I can do. So let's have a look. Oh, and I should also mention, make sure you have a bulb or set a timer. Just be aware of the fact that if you're setting a timer that your camera still will shake, and at 1000mm it might shake for a couple of minutes. Even the wind can make it shake. So you want to keep it as still as possible, but you're going to be able to capture Mars. It's not going to be perfect, you're not going to see a little Martian waving back at you, but what you are going to see is the shape, and it's going to look like the sort of photograph that you get from NASA when you're looking at a star that's 1 billion kilometres away or something like that. So it's only going to be a blob of pixels essentially, but it's still going to be a picture of Mars. Try it again at 0.02 of a second as well. You can do anything you like with this. It's as long as the weather keeps, and just keep in mind that it's going to move across the sky as well. So tonight it started off over here, and went this way, and then's gone back again as well. So it really depends where it is in the sky at the time. The other thing I'd really recommend is also make sure you set your camera on manual. You really don't want to be, and that's manual focus as well. So focus it, turn off autofocus so you're stuck at that one point. It's not like it's moving in and out very much. Even infinity will be fine. Now it's pretty cloudy tonight as well, so I'm actually taking it through a hole in the clouds. This is something which is really frustrating. It's been clear for days and days and days, and I decided to do my shoot actually last night, and it poured rain all night, and it wasn't supposed to rain until this morning. And it's supposed to be raining right now, but it's stopped for a little while, so I took advantage. You always take advantage where you can. And there you have it. Now here we come back to the studio again. Now this is what happens when there's camera shake. You can see here in the image that it's just a blurred little worm basically. And also if it moves around like this, you can see you get like a little galaxy looking blur. You don't want any camera shake. What you do want is a single static image just like this one here, where you can actually see the atmosphere and the planet at the same time. Now there is a lot of noise which you do have to get rid of in post, but it's not too bad. So this is the final image here. You can actually see the atmosphere, which I think is absolutely remarkable. You know, it's not the best photograph in the world, but it's still pretty good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode on Mars. Now, don't forget to go out and photograph whatever you can. Remember, if you're stuck inside, you're stuck in an urban setting, you can still take photographs of the Milky Way, of Mars, lots of other things that are really, really exciting. Now, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Those subscribers are so very important, and so are those likes. And I'll see you next time.